So the next thing you want to do with your money is you want to protect capital. Number one rule of all investments, do not lose money. Do not lose money. Number two rule, don't forget rule number one. Real estate itself, like great pieces of real estate, great locations, number one, great locations, number one, great piece of real estate, number two, like it preserves your money. If your money's sitting in a bank account right now, it's losing value, even though it still says $100 bill, $100 on it, or when you look at your balance sheet, it still says 100,000, 200,000, $25,000 in your savings account. That $25,000 buys you less, probably about 25 to 30% less of what it used to. It's already lost $6,000 worth of value, right? $6,000 of its buying power if you were to pull it out and use it today. That is happening whether you want to or not. So you want to move your money someplace to one, a real asset, two, long-term, and three, something that preserves capital, meaning that if it's real estate, it goes up in value. Why? Because it's scarce. If we buy a 300 unit apartment building or a 200 unit apartment building in a great location, no one else is going to do that. That location is going to be there. As a matter of fact, if we put 10-year debt on it, we can't sell it for 10 years or we get penalized. That's how that works. So you want to be able to protect capital, right? Next, you want to be able to leverage your money. So let's say you were to put 100,000 into it. 100,000 in a great piece of real estate buys you a $300,000 position with good leverage. Your money is worth more money outside of cash. So if you take your cash, put it into a real asset that has value, then you are leveraging your cash to buy a real asset that is worth more than your money. That's what you want to do that way. You're looking at these opportunities, the who, not the what. But then as you move into the what do you need to be doing? And we're talking about investing money, investing capital, right? Next, you want to be able to invest your money in something that does cash flow. The king of all kings is not cash, it's cash flow, something that pays you. A little drip while you wait. It doesn't need to be hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but it does need to pay you. It needs to pay for itself and give you a little bit to keep you from starving to death, right? Especially if you're going to be in it long term, right? The next thing is always going to be outside of your cash. So you want to have something that appreciates. It goes up in value over time, which is why you got to do it long term. Because if you're not pushing on it every day, it's a passive investment for you. You throw your money into an apartment building deal, somebody else is pushing on it, me and my team. We have third-party property managers. We're going to push on them, and you get this drip every month. And then while that drip is happening, we're raising the income of the asset, and the asset is appreciating in value. We can control that just based on, which is also on my list, based on just natural inflation. If you're an investor, if you have money in real assets, you want inflation, right? Because that's on here. You want inflation to drive the cost of goods, real assets. You want it to drive the values up because your money is in there, and because your money is just you get a natural lift on your money if you're a passive investor, right? So you want that happening with your cash flow. Next, you want it to be an illiquid investment. Most people want to be liquid. They're like, oh, I want to be able to touch my money. I want to be able to press a button and have it go back to my account. Wrong. That's not a good investment. You want your investment to be in something that's illiquid. You can't get after it. So if there's an emergency, there's something that happens, you got to push back out and go put energy into your business, your job. You got to get down and work. You have to tell people no, right? If your family member comes and goes, hey, man, what's going on? Blah, blah, you have to be like, hey, man, I can't. I have to focus on what I'm doing right now because I don't have any money. My money is locked up in an investment that I can't get out. That is illiquid. Let me tell you, the people who did that will continue to accelerate their world because, number one, the people who do that are way more creative. You have to get your head wrapped around, I can't get my money. I got to go out and produce. Whether it's produce in my business, produce at my job, produce at whatever I do, go and show up and go help somebody else, whatever that is. But your illiquid investment is a benefit to you not being liquid. Because when you're liquid, you can press a button, escape it, and you lose value on that money because you lose time. All right.